When you think ground classes, you think pilot preparation.
Hello pilots and future pilots, you are watching Pilot Preparation. In the previous video, we discussed all the theory related to flight plan. In this video, we will learn how to fill a flight plan. So first, before filling the flight plan, we should have an overview of how a flight plan actually looks. So this is the international flight plan and this is how it actually looks. It looks like a bank detail form and it is much better than that, I can tell you. And this is also called as plan de vol. So what is plan de vol? Like which language is this? You can write in the comment section. And let's start with the overview of flight plan. So if you see, this is the first section. This region is called the first section. This region can be called as the second section. Then this region can be called as the third section. So first, second, and third. Now this first section is something which we don't need to fill. So hooray, in the starting itself, we are getting so much leverage. So we don't need to fill this. This will be filled by ATC people. So ATC work. Now from the second section, we have to fill everything. So second section has a number 7 to 18. You can see this is 7 to 18. We say them item number. Okay, we don't say number 7. We say item number 7. So from item number 7 to 18, we have to fill completely about current flying details. We fill all regarding current, 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 flying, details. So we fill regarding the current flying details. So we fill everything regarding this current flying details. So whatever is the detail about the route, we will fill about that. So in short, we will fill all the detail regarding that plane and that particular flying route. Okay. Now coming to the third section, this has only one item number, that is item number 19. You can see how big it is standalone, like it is taking a lot of space. Why? Because it deals with search and rescue operation or search and rescue detail. So just imagine if you're not able to, if you have lost your route and if you have, like, if you want to land on in ocean or something like that, then we have to fill. Everyone will know with the help of your flight plan whether you are safe or you, like, how many passengers are there. Every details will be written in this part, and with the help of this we can also identify the aircraft, because we will also tell the color of the aircraft and a lot of things. So this is the third part which we have to fill. Now before starting with the item number 7, I want to give you some work. You can assume yourself to be a pilot, a passenger pilot. Remember, you are a passenger pilot, not a military pilot, not a what we say student pilot. You are a passenger pilot for now, and you want to travel from Delhi to Lucknow. So this is Delhi, you can see New Delhi, and this is Lucknow. This is Lucknow Airport, LLK, or we can say Lima Lima Kilo. This is Delta Papa November. So this thing you can already see. So I want to fly from Delhi to Lucknow, and I will cross what all checkpoints I can cross: Sikandrabad, Jalalabad, and then come to Lucknow, or I can even cross Aligarh, JAL, and then I can go to Lucknow. I have two routes. I have the third route, which is not at all useful for us though. So it is Delhi, Agra, and Agra, Lucknow. Like that also I can choose. So now we all have to fill the flight plan for Delhi to Lucknow flight. Okay. So let's do in that way. So first we will cut this part, or we will ignore this part, we can say. And from here, item number 7, we will start filling. So first item number is talking about aircraft identification number, or ID number, or we can say unique identification number. So every aircraft has a particular unique identification code. It can be India Foxtrot Lima Yankee 321. This can be one identification number, or it can be Romeo Echo Delta Charlie Alpha Papa 7. For military aircraft, it can be JAGUAR 17, Jaguar 17, something like this. So how many numbers, how many digit code it will be? It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it should be 7-digit code: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it will be Jaguar 1 or Jaguar 7, something like this. Okay, and codes also depend on operating agencies. So if you have Indigo, SpiceJet, they have a starting code. That means this code will vary this starting code will vary from aircraft to aircraft and from airlines to airlines. Okay, so I can choose any of them. So I will make my own. So I will say Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta 322. Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta 322. Now let's come to item number 8. So item number 8 deals with flight rule. Flight rule is nothing but how a pilot want to fly the aircraft, whether he want to fly with the help of his eyes or whether he want to fly with the help of instruments he has. So if he is taking off and landing with the help of instrument or ILS system, then it will be called as IFR or instrument flight rule. He is choosing instrument flight rule and that will be denoted by I. But if he is doing everything visually with the help of his own vision, and if the cloud is not there, there is no rainfall and he is able to view everything, no fog is there, then he will be going for VFR. Okay, it is called as V in short. So it is also called as visual flight rule. Okay, visual flight rule and instrument flight rule. So just in case if you are going from one place to other and you want to use both, so just imagine as a pilot going starting or taking off from Delhi and landing to Lucknow, we all know in winter time Delhi has a lot of fog. So what we can say, we want to use instruments to fly from Delhi, right? Instrument to fly from Delhi, and then we can choose visual flight rule. So this is called as Yankee, or this is called as Y. We can use this. It represents first IFR, then VFR. So I want to continue this, that first IFR and then I will fly VFR. So I want to present this as my flight rule in item number 8. And what is the contrary of this? First VFR and then IFR. If I wanted to choose that, I would have written Zulu or Z or Z, whatever you want to say. So you can choose either of these four, and this is a DGCA question. DGCA question, that if you want to fly first VFR then IFR, what is the symbol you use? So we use Zulu. If you want to fly IFR to VFR, then you use Yankee. If you only want to use IFR, then I, VFR, then V. Okay, very clear, correct? Now let's move to the second part of the item number 8, that is type of flight. There are different type of flight, and I already told you that we are flying a passenger aircraft. If you're flying a passenger aircraft, it has to be almost all the time scheduled. So we will say it is a scheduled flight. So I will write here scheduled flight. In the case of a chartered flight, just a hero is coming or actor is coming, or a politician is going, so those flight can be non-scheduled or chartered flight. So we will say they are non-scheduled flight denoted by N. Remember these symbols, because again this is again a DGCA question. So scheduled flight for scheduled flights, non-scheduled flight for N for non-scheduled flight, and for military flight we write M. And for all the sorties you do as a student pilot, we have general aviation symbol G, general aviation symbol as G. Okay, and then we have one more symbol that is for search and rescue operation, or anything which doesn't fall into this boxes will come under X. Okay, so you can denote that as X. So we have 5 total symbol: scheduled flight S, non-scheduled flight N, military flight M, and general aviation flight or student pilot flight G, and any other type of flight will come under X or X-ray. So we are done with item number 7 and item number 8. Let's look into item number 9. So we have already filled item number 7 as Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta 321 something like this. Then flight rule I chose was Yankee, and the type of flight I chose was Sierra. Now let's come to item number 9. It talks about this number. What is this number? Number is nothing but the formation, or it is asking how many number of planes are moving with you. So any type of aircraft formation do not take place in the case of passenger aircraft. So I will leave this part blank because this is not useful for us, but this is very useful for military aircraft. So they will write here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they will write here 0, 6 like this, because military aircraft may do the formation for their training, or maybe for any surgical strike, or maybe for Independence Day, some celebrations type of thing. They come together and they form some formations. So this is the case. Now let's come to the second part of item number 9, that is type of aircraft. This is very important for us. So we have to write, just imagine if you don't know the type of aircraft, you can directly fill it as Zulu, 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 Zulu. If you don't know the type of aircraft, you will write Zulu, 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 Zulu. But you can find out the type of aircraft. So why don't we find out the type of aircraft? We can do this with the help of this website. This is called as aircraft type designators. So as I am flying a passenger aircraft, I will find one, one of the passenger aircraft. So I will say Airbus 380, or I have written here 380 in the search or in the filter. So I got a lot of Airbus. So Airbus, Airbus, Airbus. So I will choose any of this. You can see Airbus 380 800 Prestige. Type designator is A388. So my code will be what? It will be A or Alpha 388. Alpha 388. Okay, now this is how we fill. Just imagine if you are taking a training aircraft, okay, or a student pilot aircraft you have. So what we can write there, if you are applying, if you're flying diamond aircraft, so we can say DA40. And if you are flying Cessna, you can write Cessna C150, Cessna 170, Cessna 172, whatever you are flying, you can write that. If you are flying military aircraft, then it will be F16, something like this. Okay, so it will be Foxtrot 16, something like this. And this is how we will fill this part as well. Now comes the wake turbulence category. Now, what is this category? Category means, the weight of the aircraft, that category we are talking about. So whether your aircraft is light, heavy, or medium, we have to know that, and then we will fill that particular symbol there. So just imagine if you have a very light aircraft, that means a very small training aircraft, like the aircraft will have the weight of around 7,000 kg. So if the aircraft is carrying a weight of 7,000 kg or less, it comes under category light or L. Okay. And if the weight of the aircraft is between 1,36,000 kg to 7,000 kg, then it comes under medium category or M. And if the aircraft carries more than 1,36,000 kg or at least 1,36,000 kg, then it comes under category H. As I already know, most of the passenger aircraft comes in the medium category, that is the weight is between 7,000 to 1,36,000. So I will write here M for Mike. Now let's come to the item number 10, that is equipments. So equipment deal with the type of equipment the aircraft is carrying, and all the different aircraft have different requirement of equipment. But for most of the passenger aircraft, these are the requirement which one aircraft should have. So these are the different equipment one aircraft should have. So that is GBAS, that represent A, LPV B, LORAN C, DME, distance measuring equipment, ADF, automatic direction finder, GNSS, VOR represented by O, and we have TECAN, which is represented by T. So we have different symbols like this. So you can check what are the requirement of a particular aircraft and whether all the equipments are already present or not. And once it is there, so in the standard aircraft, for a standard passenger aircraft, these are the requirement. We should have very high frequency radio telephony frequency. We should have this. We should have VOR. That means we should have this. VOR means O. Then we should have ILS. That means L. And we should have all these things. And one more thing should be there. That is ADF. ADF, which is represented by F. Okay. So these are the requirement for a standard passenger aircraft usually. So if all the things are present, what you will write here? If all the things are present, you will write here S. If all the things are not present, then you will write here N. And if some things are present, but those things are not the things which you are requiring, then you will write Z, Zulu, something like this. Okay. So this, so usually you will write S, because almost every time you will find everything to be present, all the equipment to be present. And what comes in this region? Here comes secondary surveillance radar, SSR, secondary surveillance radars information. So there could be a different type or different set of secondary surveillance radar. It can be H type, I type, L type, X type, or P or Sierra type. So usually we use Sierra type of radar, which gives us the information of aircraft identification and pressure altitude. So these two things are given by mode S type of secondary surveillance radar. So we will directly use that one. And till now we have filled item number 7, 8, 9 and 10. Let's move to the next item numbers, that is item number 13. Okay, so you can again see this map here. We'll discuss about this again. And in item number 13, it is talking about departure aerodrome. So departure aerodrome is Delhi, and Delhi comes under which FIR? It comes under Delhi FIR, and all the different stations near to Delhi also comes under Delhi FIR. So whenever a FIR is there, the initial name or the initials will have that FIR's name. You know, if it is Delhi FIR, then we will be having initial as Victor India. If it is Mumbai FIR, then we will be having initial as Victor Alpha, and for Chennai FIR, we'll have initial as Victor Oscar, and for Kolkata FIR, we have initial as Victor Echo. And after the initials, because again, if everyone has the same initial, the next two digit has to be different. So these two, the next two digit are of that local particular airport. So for Delhi, we have DP. Okay, Delhi airport. Okay, so like that we have DP, and for Lucknow we have LK, or we can say like this in telephony. We can say like this. So we have VIDP, that is Victor India Delta Papa. Now let's talk about this. Like full region will have Victor India as its initial. Victor India as its initial. Now let's come to the second part. That is time. Time is what? It is like they are asking about the departure time. So at what time are you departing? We know, like if I assume that I am departing at 10:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time, I have to convert this into UTC, Coordinated Universal Time. So here this will be written as 500 hours, 0500 hours. Why like this? Because I know it is 5 o'clock at Greenwich, or in England it will be 5 o'clock. We have to write the Greenwich time as your departure time. So it will be 0500. So I'll be flying at 0500 Greenwich time from Victor India Delta Papa. Clear? Now let's come to the item number 15. Item number 15 discuss about cruising speed. So after gaining a particular height and after gaining a particular stability of the plane, you want to cruise at what speed for the maximum time? That speed you will write here. Now, whenever we are talking about cruising speed, you should have one question. What speed are we talking about? Are we talking about true air speed, or we are talking about ground speed? Usually, the aircraft has a speed that is ground speed. That is the output speed, correct or not? But the engine is producing some different type of speed, or engine is trying to produce some different type of speed, that is called as true airspeed, correct? So we cannot directly calculate what will be the headwind, tailwind before even flying. How can you know how much will be the headwind or tailwind all the time? So we will be writing the true airspeed here. We will not write the ground speed. Please remember, this item number 15 is talking about true airspeed, TAS. We are talking about TAS or true airspeed. Now in item number 15, we are talking about true airspeed. Here, speed can be written in different format. It can be kilometer per hour, or it can be Mach, or it can be knots. So for all these different formats, we have to write in different way. So first I will talk about kilometer per hour. So first you have to write the alphabet. That is the code which will represent kilometer per hour. And then you have to write the numbers, the speed in 4 digit, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whereas if you are writing in knot, then again you have to write the alphabet here, which will denote knots, and then again the 4 digit, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in kilometer per hour, if I want to write 720 kilometer per hour, I'll write kilometer per hour symbol as K and then 0720. Whereas if I am writing in knots, it will be N and not K. It is N. Again, this is a Dgca question. So it is very important that it is N. For knots, we write N and not K. So it is N0320. In knots, the values will change. So it will be 0320, similar to this, something like this. And in Mach, so if it is 0.82 Mach, so you will write it as 0.82. Clear? It will not be having any point or something, so it will be 0.82, M082. Now usually whenever we cruise, we have a particular speed, and we usually write, as a passenger plane, we usually write in knots. So we will write in N0320. I will write like this. Cruising speed is 320, 320 knots. So I will have this speed at what flight level? So we have to discuss about flight level also here. So you can write the flight level as, whatever flight level you are getting the aircraft stabilized. So I am taking it as to be 39,000 feet. 39,000 feet. So I can write this flight level 39,000 feet as, here I have to write like F039. F390, right? It will be Foxtrot 390. This will represent 39,000 feet. So how to write flight level? You will not write FL. Please remember, again, a Dgca question. You will not write FL. You will write directly in flight level. You will write F390, which will represent 3900. Okay, so it will represent 30 after, like 20 after this automatically. So if you write F390, it will represent what? It will represent 39,000 feet. Just imagine if you want to write 8,000 feet. So you will write F080. This will represent 8,000 feet. Clear? Now let's come to the route which we are taking. As we discussed, we have a different set of routes. So I will teach you all the different set of routes which we can take. So here we have to write the full route. In this route wala section, in this section, we have to write full route as much clear as possible. So you can write as much as you can to explain the ATC and everyone what route you are taking and how you are taking. So there will be no blame coming to you if there is any incident happening. And at the same time, it will make you more and more safe, correct? So if you want to get a map like this, or better than this, a real map, you can go to skyvector.com, and you can find a real-time map of Earth, and you can see all the NDB, ADF, all the beacons, all the stations, and there you can actually make your own route. So first of all, it is not a Dgca question. So in exams, it will not come, but you should know how we write the route because it is very important. So as you can see, we are starting from Delhi, and then we can take this, then this route, then we can reach Lucknow. So I am taking this route. Either I can take this route or I can take this route also, na? This route, correct? So I have two types of route. So I will write both the type of route. So first I will write DPN. Okay, DPN. You have to write all the things, all the codes which are written here. Already you have to just copy paste the code. So this is first is DPN, then SSB, then JAL, then LLK. So first I will write DPN. That is nothing but Delta Papa November. Then I will write R594. What does R594 means? Romeo 594. Romeo 594 is nothing but the airway route. Airway route. R594 represent the airway route. Just like highway NH7, NH47, NH54 represent National Highway 54, National Highway number 7. Similarly, we have airway number as R or Romeo 594. Okay. So first comes DPN. Okay, then comes Romeo 594. That means from DPN, I am taking this route, that is Romeo 594. Then I'll be coming to Sierra Bravo, and at Sierra Bravo, I will have a flight level of 320. That means 32,000 feet. So I will have a flight level of 32,000 feet, and my speed will be how much? And my speed will be November 0321. That means my speed will be 321 knots. Okay, so at flight level 320, my speed will be 321 knots. Or what speed I have taken here, I will take that only. So this is 320 knots, and flight level is 39,000 feet. So I can write here that I will take 39,000 feet. So F or we can say Foxtrot 390, and I can write here 320. Whatever I've written here, I can write the same thing here. So I've written this after SSB. Once I reach this SSB, then I will be having this type of flight level and speed. Now what will happen? I will pass through Jalalabad, that is nothing but JAL, Juliet Alpha Lima, and then I will end up at Lima Lima Kilo. So first type of route I can write is DPN R594 SSB slash F390 N0320 and JAL LLK. Okay, you can ignore this also if you are not understanding it. Actually, I've told you very clearly what I'm writing here. This is flight level, this is speed, and these things I am acquiring after I reach Sierra Sierra Bravo. Okay, after reaching Sierra Sierra Bravo, which is this region. Now, if I want to take the second route, what is the second route? This is the second route. As I've mentioned, this is the second route. So if I want to take the second route, how I can write? So first I will write Delta Papa November again. Then I will talk about this runway or airway. This airway is Romeo 460. So Romeo 460. Then I am going to Alpha Lima India ALI. Then I will be taking what we say. I will be taking that flight level 390, and I will be having a speed N0320 knots, right? And after ALI, I will be passing to Juliet Alpha Lima. So JAL, and then I'll be reaching to Lima Lima Kilo, like this. So this can be my second route. Now let's look into the third scenario in which you are traveling from Delhi to Agra. How will you navigate? Because there is no checkpoints in between. If there is no checkpoint, that means it is a direct route. So in the case of direct route, how you write? You will write Delta Papa November. It is very easy. And then you have to write DCT. That is direct. So Delta Charlie Tango. And then after that, you will have a flight level. But as Agra and Delhi is very near, you will not have a very high flight level. So you will write flight level 290. And you can have any speed. You can define that speed or you can not define that speed. It is up to you. And then you will write Alpha Alpha Golf. That is the endpoint Agra. So this is how you write the direct route, and direct route is so easy. Now let's come to the item number 16, that is destination aerodrome. Now destination aerodrome is nothing but the name of the destination aerodrome. So we know this is LLK Lucknow, and we know the initials will come for the Delhi FIR. So what I will write? Victor India, and then LLK will have L and K. So I will say Victor India Lima Kilo will be my destination aerodrome. If you don't know the name, you can even write Zulu 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 Zulu. Okay. Now this is the second part, that is estimated elapsed time. What is the estimated elapsed time? Estimated elapsed time depend on what type of flight you have chosen. Like if you have chosen VFR or IFR, it will vary. If you have used visual flight rule, then the estimated elapsed time will be taken from your departure until the time you have arrived to the overhead of the destination airport. So that will be your estimated elapsed time. That will be like around total time only. But if you are coming with the help of IFR, instrument flight rule, then it will be taken from the departure until you reach the IAF, that is initial approach fixed aerodrome. If the final destination is LLK, if you see here, if the final destination is LLK, your initial approach fix can be taken at JAL. Okay, it can be taken at Juliet Alpha Lima. Okay, from there you can fix, and the estimated elapsed time in the case of IFR, if just imagine if you have a full IFR flight, then initial approach fix will start from here. So estimated elapsed time will be from here to here. Okay, this region will be your estimated elapsed time. So you can write here, because this trip is very small, it is not even of 1 hour. I will write here as 0 hour 40 minutes. Okay, this is my estimated elapsed time. One more time, I want to iterate about estimated elapsed time. It is a time, in the case of VFR, it is a time from departure to the landing. That means landing, or when you are at the overhead of the landing. So it is that total time. In the case of IFR, it is a time from the departure to the initial approach fix point. Initial approach fix is the point from where you are descending to land. So the third part of item number 16 is talking about alternate aerodrome. So there could be any alternate aerodrome. Let's see if we have alternate aerodrome here. This is the place where we want to land, but we can even land at Kanpur. So I can use Kanpur also, Ka for Kanpur. So I can say Victor India Kilo Alpha for Kanpur. Now let's come to item number 18. Item number 18 is nothing but other information you are carrying. So just imagine if you're carrying any information regarding plane or specification or equipment or different type of equipment, or if you're facing any like if you will be having a varying speed or something like that, you can write all the details here in the other information. And wherever you will fill Zulu, 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 just imagine what is the type of aircraft. You can write aircraft is having two engines, like that you can right here. So you can fill this with the other information you are carrying, and wherever you fill Zulu, 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 that information, whatever you carry about that information, partial information, you can write here as the other information. So this is all it for the flight plan. Please like, share, and comment and subscribe. Please write a lot of comment if you're liking these types of videos, so that we'll be inspired to make more and more videos. And please share with your friends. We also take classes for air navigation and technical general regulation RT, so you can contact us. And you've seen the quality here, so I assure you this quality throughout the sessions. Now you must be thinking like I have ended the video without even telling you the search and rescue wala section. I did this because many of the people leave after watching till item number 18. So for item number 19, here we go now after everything. So in item number 19, we are discussing search and rescue. I again want to tell you this, that we are talking about search and rescue here. And in search and rescue, the first thing is endurance. What is the formula of endurance? If you remember, endurance is nothing but FOB, fuel on board by fuel consumption per hour, correct or not? Fuel on board by fuel consumption per hour is the total endurance. Endurance comes in hours and minutes, correct? So just imagine if your endurance is 9 or 9 hours, so you will write 9 hours and 00 minutes. So our plane can be in air for 9 total hours. Now, how many persons are there on board? So we can say there are 310 people on board. And then we have to tell them, do we have these emergency radios which are used to connect to ADC or different things? So we have this UHF. If we have this, we will write yes, we have, we will keep it like this. And if we don't have it, then we will cross this like this. And VHF, if we don't have, then we will cross it. But usually we have these things, so we will not cross them. So it means ultra high frequency. This is very high frequency. This is emergency locator transmitter. It should be there for search and rescue operations. Now let's understand survival equipments. So in survival equipment, what all equipment do you have? Do you have polar equipments? No, usually no, none of the aircraft carries polar equipment usually. Then do we carry desert equipment? No. Maritime equipment are there. Like the aircraft generally has maritime equipments. And jungle equipment, we don't have jungle equipment. We don't have nothing, like we don't have anything related to jungle equipment. Then comes jackets. In jackets, we have to talk about what type of survival jacket we have. Do we have light or fluoros jacket or something like this? So you can fill accordingly. And then we have dinghies or dinghies, something like this. Dinghy. If we have 7 dinghy, we will write 07. Dinghy means what? Small boats are called dinghies. And what is the capacity cover? So how many people can sit in one dinghy? We have to write here. So you can say 004. I'm assuming that one dinghy will have 4 passenger in it. So I have 7 dinghy and 4 people can sit in one dinghy. So clearly not 310 people can be flown via this dinghy. So like it will be more number, I'm assuming. So I'm just writing for now that this is 07, this is 004. And do these dinghies have cover or like a shell to it? So I will write it has a cover. So I will write like this, like clear like this. And what is the color of the dinghy? You can say orange, ORANGE. Okay. And then aircraft color and marking. So if it is a white color, you will say white. If it is black color, you will say black. Usually it is white color. So I will say WHITE. And any remarks? So I don't want to have any remark because I'm done with this topic now. And pilot in command, you have to write the name of the pilot in command. So I'm writing my name here, Rishi, Rishi. Okay. With this, we are done. We have filled complete flight plan, and I hope you have understood it very well. Thank you for watching this video.